welcome back to my channel. Today we have yet another glam makeup tutorial of this look right here. I basically wanted to create something with these colors in mind, like teal and blue and green and gold and pink, and basically a teal based eye makeup, I would say, because I always wanted to experiment with these colors but I really didn't. I don't know why. Though I had some beautiful pigmented eyeshadows with me, I never really thought of putting these colors together. But today in the channel we have this makeup tutorial for you guys, and what I really love about these colors are they complemented each other so well. So this actually started off as an experimentation and I really like how this turned out today. What do you guys think? Do let me know. So before we move on, I'd like to remind you guys, if you are not a part of my YouTube family yet, go hit that subscribe button right away. Now without any further ado, let's get into the tutorial. So to start off with, I've done a little bit on my base off camera. It's just the regular foundation routine that I follow, and I've used my usual MAC foundation for this. And we're going to be moving on to the next step, which is the eyebrows. And for the eyebrows, I'm going to be using a regular brown eyeshadow. You can probably use an eyebrow pencil or a gel or whatever you're comfortable with. So I'm going to be using the Coastalscents Cairo palette, and I'm just going to be taking this deep brown and filling in my sparse gaps on the eyebrows. Not doing too much, I'm just going to be filling in the sparse gaps, and we're going to be doing a nice bright eye makeup today. We want to keep the brows nice and defined, as our eye makeup is going to be a little glam today. So I'm just trying to get some clean edges. With what was left over on the brush, I'm just going to be taking it here at the beginning of my eyebrow. We don't want the beginning of the eyebrow to be too dense, so always keep it as natural as possible. So to clean off the edges of the eyebrows, I like to use this one. This is a newly launched product by Cosmetics. This is the Makup pencil. It actually makes your life so much easier, guys. So I'm using the shade medium, and I'm taking the lighter one from this end. This is basically to highlight all these smaller areas on the face, and there's another darker side where the pencil has a deep brown, which you can use for contouring your cheekbones or anywhere around the lips or nose as well. So I'm going to be taking the lighter one to clean off the eyebrows, and we're just going to be using a very soft stroke. You can see how it just instantly brightens that area. And also this is super creamy, like extremely creamy, so it just glides on so well. So I'm just going to be blending this with a mini sponge. This is from Paccosmetics. Also, if you are a person who loves experimenting or doing a lot of eye makeup looks, I would always suggest or recommend you get these mini blenders, because these are super useful when you're doing different kind of eye looks, especially when you want to cut edges like this, when you want to blend products, especially towards the end of your eyes, and this makes your life so much easier. So you can already see how instantly it brightens up the whole area around the eyebrows, and we get a nice clean edge. So we're moving on to eyes, and before we start off, I like to prime my eyelids, and for this I'm not going to be using a concealer or an eyeshadow primer, but I'm going to be using this jumbo eye pencil by NYX. Like, this is a super alternative when you're trying out colorful eye makeup looks, and you don't really need another concealer or any other lighter eyeshadow primers to prime your eyelids, because this basically does your job. So if you're going to be experimenting with eye makeup and you don't really know which eyeshadow primer to choose, I would always suggest pick this one, because this is going to be a super backup for you, and this is in the shade Milk. So once you use up the product, you can always sharpen it, and to sharpen this you need a sharpener which is as big as this. You get this in most of the drugstores right now. It looks like a plastic crayon, but it actually sharpens up. I'm going to be just dragging this over my eyelid, and you can always blend it with a mini blender like this. You can also control control the intensity of the color that you want when you're working with such products. So that really makes sense when you want to work with these kind of products. It doesn't really have to be perfect. So once that's done, we're going to be moving on to the colors. So for this look, I'm going to be using some teal and gold and blues because I really haven't done a look with teal eyeshadows. So I thought, why not do it? So I have another beautiful gel eyeliner from NYX again, and this is called Teal, regular gel eyeliner, but the color is gorgeous, guys. Look at this. It's like the perfect teal turquoise shade, and I've actually used this shade for another experimental makeup for the mermaid look that I did, like the Caribbean mermaid look that I did on my channel. Today we're going to be using this on the eyes for a glam makeup. I'm going to be blending this on my outer crease. I'm also using a fluffy eyeshadow brush to pick up the product and blend it on the crease. We're also going to be packing some eyeshadows on top of this, so this works perfectly well. Wow, look at the color, guys. This is so pretty, like super pretty. And it's like so pigmented, you guys can see, and it's so creamy, it's super pigmented. I really love this shade. We don't want to bring the product too much in the front because we're going to be blending some eyeshadows there. So I'm just going to concentrate more on the crease area and the outer V of the eye. So the first thing is I'm packing the eyeshadow on the outer edges, and then we're going to be blending it. Especially with gel product, it's not really easy to blend it, but you can always smudge it a little bit to get that really nice effect. So I'm just packing the eyeshadow on the outer edges. So next I'm going to be slowly smudging and blending this product, and I'm also going to be using some eyeshadows over it. And for this I'm going to be using the NYX Ultimate Brights eyeshadow. This is another beautiful eyeshadow palette, guys. You can see the colors for yourself. It's damn gorgeous. Like if you are a person who likes to experiment with multiple colors, then this palette is like a go-to because it just has minimal colors, but they are also pigmented and it's beautiful. And they work really well when you have a white eyeshadow base, so that's exactly why I prefer doing it with Milk pencil, or sometimes I also use the white eyeshadow base by NYX again. So I'm going to be picking up an eyeshadow very close to the teal color, which is right here, and I'm going to be mixing this one as well to get a nice soft edge. I just like to diffuse the edges of the dark teal color, and for this I'm going to be using pink and peach shadows from the same palette, and I'm going to be using a pointed brush for this. I'm basically going back and forth with these two shadows. I'm just trying to get a nice diffused edge. So I'm using the light peach color on the outer edges, and I also like to go back to the same brush with my teal color and just pack a little more of this color as well. So next to the teal, I'm also going to be adding a light parrot green, and for this I'm going to be using this eyeshadow called Venom by NYX, and this is actually one of those prismatic eyeshadows that you get as single eyeshadows, and I really love this color. I actually purchased this separately because I really couldn't find another green like this. So I'm going to be packing a little bit of this right next to the teal eyeshadow. Pigmented this color is, and looks so beautiful already. But I'm just keeping it halfway on the eyelid, and in the first half of the eyelid I'm planning to bring in some bronzy gold shade, and with this you don't really want to blend all the colors, but you want to pack the colors, and your white eyeshadow base works really well. It actually helps in packing your eyeshadow and popping out those colors. It's exactly why I suggest using a white base. And now for the first half of the eyelid, I'm going to be using a gold eyeshadow, and for this I'm going to be picking up this particular gold shade. This is the Colourpop's High Maintenance palette. So we'll be going with this gold shade because this gold is super popping and I really love it. Like, look at the pigmentation, guys. So here is where you want to move back to your different shades and start blending the edges of the colors. So I'm going to be going back to all my brushes and start blending in. Here, blending is the key when you want to work with such colors. So let's do it. Now after all the blending is done, we're going to be moving on to the inner corners, and for this I'm going to be using the Cosmetics Backlight Highlight Palette. This is basically a highlighter palette which has 6 beautiful shades. The camera can actually pick up, but all these shades are actually different in color. I really like colored highlighters more than the typical gold and bronze and silvery highlighters. So this basically has a hue of pink, purple, blue, green, gold and silver, and this comes in super handy when you want to do experimental looks. So I'm going to be picking up the blue highlighter today, and I'm going to be using this on my inner corners, like here that, and placing it like that. In person this looks gorgeous. I really don't know if the camera can actually differentiate the colors, but yeah. Oh, highlighters have my heart. I'm also using the same shade for my brow bone. It's got a nice hue of blue actually, and looks really pretty. Just want to do a little bit of blending on the outer corners. So we're going to be moving on to lashes. I'm going to be popping on some false lashes as well. But before that, with curler, what we want to do is press, pull, like so. Just keep pressing. This really makes a difference when you want to pop in some false lashes. Like you can see instantly that these lashes are lifted. We want to go ahead and do the same thing on the other eye. Okay. So once that's done, I always like to go in with a layer of mascara first before popping on the false lashes, because you know, sometimes there might be minor fallouts from the eyeshadows which you don't really know, and that might actually peek through when you do close-up shots. So I like to do my mascara first before putting on the lashes. So I'm going to be using Maybelline what is this called? Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, and this basically is my current favorite mascara. I have a lot of other favorites, but this is, it says full fan effect, waterproof. I think this is one of the best drugstore mascaras out there. Like to get through lashes. So if you are not really comfortable doing this, what you can do is just put your wand right there and just go blinking. You could do that, but I personally hate this technique. So I always like to wiggle my wand through my lashes. It really works for me. So let's go ahead and do a coat on the lower lashes as well. What's with this face? Like every time we do a mascara, I've seen so many people doing this, right? I think it's just there. Every time you want to put your wand on the lower lash, or probably just doing your mascara, your face goes. So I'm going to be popping on falsies. This is the Pac and 72 lashes. Okay, one is just hanging around. I really like Pac eyelashes. I think it's really worth the price. So let me go ahead and do my lashes and come back. So the lashes are popped on. It looks really pretty. So the next step is I'm going to be concealing a little bit of my under eyes, and for this I'm going to be using the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind concealer in the shade medium, just right under my eyes. The foundation is already done, so just to brighten up this area after the eye makeup is done, I like to use a little bit of concealer right under your eyes. Like you guys can see it. I'm just using very minimal product. Next up, a little bit of contouring and blush using my favorite Coastalscents blush and bronzer palette. So I'm going to be taking this contour shade on the hollows of my cheeks. go on my jawline. And to fill blush, I'm going to be using this particular shade right here. This is my favorite everyday blush. So just using the same brush, a little bit of smile and on the apples of my cheek. For the highlighter, I'm going to be using this brown shade in the center. There's actually a highlighter here too. I don't know if you guys can see, but yeah, the one right here. I'm using the same brush, so I'm just basically holding the tip like this to flatten it out, and you don't really need too many brushes actually. So this highlighter actually has a nice, very nice bronzy tinge to it. So the same thing goes on all the high points of my face as well. So that's done, and for the final step we're moving on to lipstick, and I'm probably thinking of these. So this is basically the Too Faced Melted Lipstick, and this is in the shade Peony, and it actually has a sponge applicator on the top. So once you press the product, it comes out. This is actually pretty, but I feel like it's very pale for this eye look, so I might change the lip color. So I just want to pat it down a little bit and use another lipstick over it. So I just want to add like a little more color to it. So I'm thinking of using the NYX Ombre Lip Duo pencil. This is in the shade, I think this is Ginger and Nutmeg. Yeah, this is Ginger and Nutmeg, the darker shade right here, and I'm just going to be filling in the lips. This looks far better than the previous one. Today's look, guys. If you really enjoyed the tutorial, don't forget to go hit that like button, comment down below, send me your feedback, and also go hit the subscribe button as always. I will see you super soon in another video. Until then, this is Sharmila saying take care. Bye guys.